Hi guys, welcome to my first video of 2022. I hope you all had a great start to the year. For those of you who are new here, my name is Jasmine and today I'm going to be showing you my planner setup for the new year, as well as my lineup and some of the other journals that I am planning to use this year. So let's get to it. Last year I was using a Hobonichi A5 techo and this year I have shifted to the A6 techo. I was initially planning to use the A6 Avex, which is basically the same thing but two planners with 6 months in each planner because of how chunky my planner got last year. And so my sister had visited Japan a couple of months ago and I asked her to get me the A6 Avex, but since she wasn't too familiar with the different kinds of planners, she accidentally picked up the A6 techo, which is also good because this has grown on me. It's also small and compact, but it has the full year instead of 6 months in each planner. So I know this is gonna get pretty chunky as well, but that's cool. I'm excited to see how this turns out. So I'm gonna dive right into it. This is my planner for 2022. I have purchased the same cover as I did for the A5 and I tipped in this holographic paper. I'm just gonna in a bit show you where I got this, but it turned out so pretty. I kind of crushed it and slipped it into the clear cover. And this is just a print that I got off of the internet. And on the back side, I obviously have a picture of BTS. I did bring some of the charms from my old planner into this planner. So I have the magic lamp, which was given to me by my friend Ruby, and this is from an old earring of mine which broke, and I kind of just attached it here. And at the back I have these. This was on my old planner as well. This was from a kit I had ordered from Prajakta, and I really love how these beads shine, so I decided to attach it to my new planner as well. So I'm just gonna zoom in. So I covered the front side of the planner. Initially, I was planning on fitting it into the cover, but then I really like how this looks. I found this image on the internet as well and I got it printed and I glued it to the front and taped it from the side. And I really like how it looks. This is also a part of the same earring. I turned it into a clip and I've just put a few functional stickers here that I can carry on the go. So just like my last planner, I made a washi dashboard here as well and I tipped it in with this hollow acetate, which was a leftover from my previous planner. And then this is the same holographic plastic sheet. So I actually got this from Bath & Body Works. They had a candle sale a couple of months ago and this is what it is. They pack their candles with this super pretty plastic bag. And as soon as I saw the color, I requested them to give me a few extras. And now I'm using them in my planners and I'm gonna use them in my Happy Mail and things like that. Because it's just so pretty. So that's what this is. And you'll notice that I've used this in a lot of places in my planner. It's basically the same thing I've used in the cover, but I've just crushed it over here. Of course, my name, and I'm gonna remove this. This has my phone number. And I really like this cat sticker. And then the yearly overview. I got these hollow stickers from Josephine Bose. This was the first time I ordered from her shop. I really love how cute they look in this tiny A6 size. I don't really use this page. Even in my last planner, I decorated it, but I didn't really use the calendar. Although it did have like a section to write down the holidays of the year, which I'll probably add somewhere else. So in my last planner, I used this section as an expenses tracker. And that did not turn out so great. It worked for the first 6 months, but then I actually did not use it in the second half of the year because every time I'd open it to write down something that I bought, kind of started stressing me out that I was spending a lot. So this year, I'm going to use this section slightly differently. I'm still going to record my expenses, but I'm not going to record every single thing that I purchase. More like the obvious expenses like my rent and groceries and stuff, but I'm going to be focusing on my savings more than my expenses. And over here they had given There were 3 more columns for Jan, Feb and March of 2023, but I didn't want to carry forward the new months into the old planner, so I covered it up with a few stickers from Planners Anonymous and then just this other printout that I got off the internet. This is my cycle tracker. So in my last planner, I had purchased this really pretty hollow cycle tracker from the Style Planner, but because I already ordered stickers from Josephine Bose, I did not have much to order from the Style Planner, and it didn't make sense for me to place an order for just 1 or 2 stickers with very high shipping rates. So I decided to just make my own this year, and I think it turned out pretty neat. So that's what this is. And then comes the monthlies. So I still am waiting on the masquerade kit from Planners Anonymous, which I was planning to use for Jan, but it's still on its way. So I decided to just use some of the stickers that I had. This is a mix of some from Planners Anonymous, some from Happy Scrappy, some from the Style Planner. And this is what it looks like. I'm gonna keep filling it as the days go by, and these are the other months. And then again, after December, they had given extra months of 2023, but I didn't want to fill that, so I kind of just made this thing here. This is a pocket, and I've placed a washi card over here that I can carry on the go, and this is kind of like an extra pocket that I made. I don't know if you can tell, but this has a holographic purple sheet on the back, and as you can see, I've used the same Bath & Body Works packet, and I made a pocket over here, and I'm gonna be putting things like journaling cards and things like that I can put here. I really like how this looks. And then this is a printout that I got from Canva. This is basically songs of the month or song of the month. This was originally songs of the month, and it happened to have 12 boxes here, so I decided to use this for the whole year, and I just kind of added the S of songs of the months. So what I'm going to be doing is one song a month that stands out for me, and this month it's a song called Stop Me by Mads Langer. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but if you haven't, it's a beautiful song that I've been obsessing over for the past few days. And as the months go by, I'm just going to pick one song for that month, and I'm going to fill this up. I also made this really cute door with a little quote from Harry Styles and just a few cute stickers as well. And then over here, in my old planner, I made something similar, which was kind of like a vision board, but it didn't have really specific goals. For me, it's more like a section in my planner with things that I'd like to live by for this year. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but these stickers actually have tiny messages like make music, travel to your happy place, keep going, wash out all the negativity, sit, relax, and read, trust yourself. So things like that. And then over the year, I'm just gonna add more stuff. This is something that I had for a whole year and I didn't know how to use it, and I came up with this really cute idea of turning this into a travel jar. And I don't really have any set plans of traveling this year. I don't even know if we will be able to travel like that, but I decided to turn this into a travel jar and write down the names of the places that I visit this year, and hopefully, if possible, I'd like to fill this jar up by the end of the year. And then comes the beginning of the dailies, which is January. This is a picture of Jin from BTS, and who we like to call Janana over here. This is a picture that me and my friend couldn't stop laughing at, and I decided to put a picture at the beginning of every month because I got some images printed off of the internet and realized that the print size for your regular pictures like these, as you can see, I got like a lot of printouts. They happen to fit perfectly on the A6 planner. I just need to trim it slightly from the top, but they fit perfectly. So I decided that at the beginning of each month, I am going to put a picture of the month, something that makes me smile, something that's funny, or something that's really pretty, that kind of represents that month. So for the month of Jan, we used Janana because it's just the cutest picture ever. And again, you can see this is the same plastic from Bath & Body Works. This is my work schedule, my classes through the whole week. I also added a water tracker because, well, last month I kind of had a little scare, and after that I decided that it's about time I started taking better care of my health. And I know this isn't much, but if it's something as small and basic as just making sure that I'm drinking enough water and staying hydrated, I can start from there. So as you can see, this kind of gives me an idea of whether I am drinking 8 glasses of water every day, which I'm not, but the printout also kind of encourages me to fill this up. So I do consciously go ahead and drink more water every day just so that I can fill this out. So these are the dailies, so it's 1 day per page. And I really like how my whole day fits in 1 page. And how everything's just compact, you know. In the A5, because it was very large, I would stick a lot of things, which I also enjoyed a lot. But there were days when I just didn't have a lot to fill, and then I didn't know what to do with that extra space, or I was just not in a mood to fill it. Here, I'm filling my, you know, my daily to-dos, my class schedules and things like that. And it just fills up so well. I really like how everything's just fitting in 1 page. These foam cutouts were from this kit I ordered from Kimmy's Corner. I found them recently in my stash and I decided to make this tip-in because I think it rained all day and all night. When was this? This was just 2 days ago. And so I was experimenting with the tip-in. So this is what this is. By the way, I've been loving the weather lately. Like these past few days, it's just been raining all day and all night here in Delhi. And I love the rain. And then yeah, I'm gonna fill these of course as the days go by. At the back, I also got these holographic tabs from Josephine Bose. They're so pretty. So at the back, I added a lunar calendar along with this star acetate, which is again from last year. I don't know if any of you remember, but last year I purchased a moon diary, but I didn't really use this regularly and I wasn't really recording anything in detail, so this didn't work for me. So this year I decided to just print out the moon phases for the whole year, and it doesn't have to be something that's very detailed, but just something that I can look at and be aware of. And then at the back I added a password tracker, which I am yet to fill. I was a little iffy about this, but I do need to note down my passwords because a lot of times they change and then I forget and things like that. But I was a little worried because if I do lose my planner, it's in the hands of someone else. So I've decided that I will fill this up, but I'm going to fill this in code. In my dream journal, I actually write in code. Oh, that's in English. Like, you know, like this. So I'm planning to fill this section up in code, and of course, this is still something that some people know how to read. So I'm gonna jumble my code as well and make it really confusing so that only I know how to read it. And that's how I'm going to record all my passwords. And that's about it. I'm planning to keep the favorites section the same, and here I'm going to fill in, you know, my favorite shops to buy stationery from, or my favorite places to go out and eat, and just things like that. And then my 100. Okay, so in my last year's planner, I used this section to write down things that I would order online, just so I could keep a record of everything that I've ordered, and that's on its way. And then as soon as I receive it, I cut it out. And let me see if I can show you guys. So this is last year's planner. You can see how chunky that is. And I literally need these to hold it together because it's so chunky that it doesn't close. Okay, so let me see if I can find that section. Okay, here it is. So as you can see, this had my 100, which was like stuff that I bought over the year, and that filled up. So I had to, you know, start like a new one over here. I'm doing the same thing here. And if this part fills up, I'm gonna stick another plain page here and continue the list. Although I hope I don't shop that much this year. I think last year I was a little paranoid about recording every single thing that I was buying because I thought that was a good idea, but that really didn't work out for me. What else was in this planner? See, as you can see, this was my expense tracker last year, and I did not fill the second half of the year. I covered this up, but yeah, I did not fill that. What is this? Oh, this is just a little cutout. One of my students gave me this diary and this was really pretty, so I decided to keep it here. Okay, I'm just gonna put this aside. So that's my planner setup for this year, and I might add a few more things, I'll see, but that's how my planner looks. I really love how this feels in my hand. It's so tiny. So that's my main planner for the year. Next, I'm going to show you something else that I decided to start, which is so cute.